Red and your ears tortured. It's from the front row with Johnathan T. Rokford.
Woo! WPA. If you didn't know, now you know. It's me, Johnathan T. Rokford. And folks, you might be asking, why am I so giddy right now? Because it's my birthday. Yes, folks, another year older, another year wiser. And what do I get for my birthday, folks? I get some mid-card fucking action. Folks, I'm telling you right now, Rebellion is over. And this one was not televised. We started off with the game changer title between Money and the Supreme King. And folks, I told you it would be over today. Or yesterday, rather. And it did. As the Money retained his title against the Supreme King in a pre-match before the card even began. Finished him. And still had time to go take his U.S. title match. Now, we had a bunch of Bruno matches, meaning that I'm not fucking talking about them, folks. We're tired of talking about guys that don't show up to work. We're not doing it, folks. So, first official match, folks, was Johnathan taking on DJ Tech. And Johnathan showed DJ Tech why you can't just come into fucking WPA and think you're going to be the man. As Johnathan defeated DJ Tech in our dark match. Now, in our next match, we had a number one contender match for the triple threat title. And folks, though I may not be Johnny Rocco, though I may look like Johnny Rocco, there is one thing we do share, folks. Out of coincidence, Johnny Rocco and I share the same birthday. So, to Johnny Rocco, even though you came and attacked me, we do wish you a happy birthday, Johnny. And how did he start his birthday off? By defeating his opponents, the Emperor 2K Anomalium and Shepard Bane, as he pinned the Emperor to punch his ticket to a triple threat title match. You never know when Johnny's going to show up and fucking beat your ass, folks. But when it happens, you never forget it. Boom. Now, in our other number one contender match for the triple threat title match, we had Goobly Goonster taking on the Messiah versus Bobby Blaze. And I know what you're saying, folks. I bet the Messiah got pinned. No, folks. No. Bobby Blaze got pinned by Goobly Goonster. So in this next coming week, folks, Johnny Rocco and Gigi will face whoever is the triple threat champion after yesterday. Who would it be? We'll get to that in a minute, folks. Now, our next number one contender match is for the IC title, as Needle Kane took on Money, MF, and Mike, who fucking didn't show up to work, and Cats and Corey. So it became a one-on-one match between Cats and Corey and Needles Kane, and Cats and Corey punch his ticket, folks. He has an IC title match. I would hate to be the champ right now. A lot of people coming for the IC title. Now, our next number one contender match featured a champion, former IC champion, former queen of WPA, Desdemona, which I still cannot fathom why you would call yourself Desdemona, versus the Princess of Darkness, Luna. And folks, Luna punched her ticket. She is now the number one contender to the women's international title. Folks, you might be wondering why I keep harping on the Desdemona part. We here on the show like to do a little bit of research. And if you know your Shakespearean plays, folks, you know the name Desdemona is a name that's not used very often to name your child. And there's a reason for that, folks, because it comes from the play Othello. And if you ever read or seen the play Othello, you know Desdemona. Now forget that for a moment, as if you take the name Desdemona and research it in Greek history, it means ill-starred. Now, for those who are uneducated, folks, let me educate you a little bit what ill-starred means. Ill-starred means destined to fail. So it is no surprise to us that Luna won the match against Desdemona. Now, granted, Desdemona will be like, "Hey, I just beat the beast." That's not saying a lot. Always do research before you pick a name. Now, our next match was a number one contender match for the world title, and it featured the man nobody wants to lose to, Quanny Fist, taking on the brass hole of the Killer Goons, folks. And Quanny Fist, you know, we probably need to stop saying it. I just say it, folks. Quanny Fist lives it. And once again, Quanny Fist proved that though you might not want to lose to him, you are destined to lose to Quanny Fist at some point in time in your life. As he picked up the win, and Quanny Fist is now the new number one contender for the world title. And you might be saying to yourself, how did he even get in the match, folks? Let me tell you what, folks. The bookers were so impressed with Quanny Fist, they put him in the match. And he took full advantage of his opportunity and earned himself a shot. That is the way it's supposed to go, folks. So congratulations, Quanny Fist. Now you got a new t-shirt to make. Now, our next match featured the Trios champions, the Masters, Sean Puff, Crystalis, and Mac Blakely, taking on the put-together team of the Super Champion King, the Prince of Crime Delirious, and Lycan Umbris. Folks, this is a team that damn bookers put together. And they beat the Trios champions. Say what you want, Sean Puff. But that's not the first time you guys have lost to a put together team. I'm pretty sure the last time it was the Super Champion King that had a hand in defeating you. I don't feel like looking it up right now. But we have new Trios champions. So congratulations to the Super Champion King, the Prince of Crime Delirious, and Lycan Umbris. Now, in our triple threat title match, we had the Lady Assassin take on Captain Chaos and newcomer, and only his third match, the badass Eddie Vendetti, who just defeated Big Mel last week. And it was so impressive, they put him in this match. And folks, we have a new triple threat champion. The badass Eddie Vendetti is your new triple threat champion. Folks, I can't make this up. I can get the hiccups, but I can't make this up. Congratulations, Eddie. Now, in a match that should have been a one-on-one match, but became a triple threat tag team title match, due to the Beast beating Jay LeMasters last week. Folks, 3MT. What can we say? They're your new tag team champs.
Say what?
Not only did they defeat their competitors, but Luscious Lucius pinned Jay LeMasters.
Say what?
Now, what would Jay LeMasters do, folks? Remember, there was a stipulation on that match that Jay LeMasters could pick the first opponent of the Beast if he got a title. Well, the Beast has a title now, Jay. What are you going to do? You going to go for tag titles? Or are you going to wait till he gets a good title? We think we know what you're going to do. You really dropped the ball on that one, Jay. Pretty sure Casper wasn't too happy about that. Now, our next match was the U.S. title on the line featuring Money versus Big Mel. And yes, folks, you might be asking yourself, how did Big Mel even get into a title match off of 2 straight losses? Well, folks, it boils down to this. When we had the U.S. title match to determine the first ever U.S. title holder in WPA, Big Mel was among the last standing. He impressed the booker so much they decided to put him in a match to settle a little beef here. And folks, Big Mel is now your U.S. title champion, adding another belt to his resume. See that right there, folks? There are few people in WPA that are that close to be able to call himself a Grand Slam champion. I'm not even going to fucking name them off. Just trust me on this. There are individuals that are going for that Grand Slam championship. They don't care how long they hold the championship they get, or if they care if they get it. How long they hold on to it, not really that important to most of them. But congratulations to Big Mouth the Killer Goons, our new United States champion. Now, folks, in a match that's been building and building since the last time a defeat was recognized by our current intercontinental champion, the Darkstalker, he was facing Martel the Carpenter. And the match went to a time limit draw, meaning the Darkstalker still is your intercontinental champion. Also meaning he still has not beaten Martel the Carpenter. I'm just saying. No judgment here. What's that, Flip? Yes. Darkstalker is a cowboy fan. I know he should be used to losing. It's a fact of life. But he didn't lose this time. Well, technically. Now, folks, in the match we actually anticipated being a little bit more closer than this, but Red Death versus the Jermaine Walker, our WPA champion. We anticipated a close match, but folks, the God, well, self-professed God of WPA, once again, held on to his title, folks, and in dominating fashion as he defeated Red Death. And I'm going to say that his match last week against the First Lady probably helped him. Having a tough competitor before you put your title up on the line, it's got to put you on high alert. I don't know who made his match last week, but to me, they did him a favor. And that's it, folks. That was Rebellion. Title changeovers. Only 2 titles were maintained. All the rest of them changed hands. That's WPA for you folks. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to finish celebrating my birthday. Hope you have a great Sunday. And if you do drink on a Sunday, which no judgment here by us, please make sure you drink safely. Don't drink and drive. Make sure you hug your loved ones. And for the love of Christ, pick up the phone and call that friend that might need you. Your voice could be a saving grace in their life. And as always, a shout out to the White Marsh Warriors 1100 team. You guys are going to be champions. We wish you well. But that's all I have, folks. I'm about to eat my gyro. Unfortunately, that's a down step from what I had before that. Make sure to listen to Fifth Side of the Ring. And follow some of the other podcasts of some of our wonderful WPA performers who have podcasts, folks. We got Sean Puff with the podcast. Needles Kane has a podcast. Follow the YouTube channels. And as always, shout out to the great toy buster, Robert Borelli. If you don't know, go find out. I'm Johnathan T. Rokford. This has been From the Front Row. And as Luscious Lucious would say, folks, I love it. Stay fabulous. I'll see ya. What's that flip? No, you can't have none of my gyro. Good day, WPA. Once again, it is I, Philip Alexander Carrington the Fourth. And if you're wondering why I'm smiling, well, because my pick for Rebellion is one that makes me proud. Made me so proud that I actually asked Johnathan not to mention it on his show. Of course, Flip, being the twat that he is, had to throw it in there. So it should come as no surprise to you that my pick from Rebellion is none other than the Ronin, Shona Campbell, a fellow European warrior. It warms my heart to see someone from Europe gain a title, especially when it is an international title. Now, it took everything in Jonathan's being, although he is quite inebriated, as we continue to party to celebrate his birthday, not to mention this. Shona faced a very formidable opponent and was able to defeat the First Lady Alexa Leslie. My hearts to you, madam, for being the first women's champion. But if you'll recall, not too long ago, Johnathan did pick her as one of his top two, to win the title at the WrestleMania. And although that did not come true, what is meant to be shall be. It reminds me of the time when I was just a wee lad that I won my first game after struggling most of the day, coming out with a victory and be very fulfilling. And Shona is no slouch. Oh no. She's very dangerous. Very tough. Which is why we're not surprised she won. We're very proud of her. As a matter of fact, we even had a toast to her last night. Yes. We here at the show know how hard she works. Having to go through the ordeal of being held captive for weeks. Bag of scallywags. And still coming out on top. She's battle tested. She even has the respect of Johnny Rocco, of all people. That should let you know just how much of a formidable opponent she is. But I must thank Johnathan because he, like I said, it's very tough not to speak sometimes from his part, especially in the condition he's in. Flipper, however, is another animal. Silly twat. Shona, so it is with great honor, with great humbleness, I congratulate you on your win. It was a given. It was a no-brainer. You are my pick of the week. May your title reign last long and lead to greater things. Good job, Jonah. Now, as we continue to celebrate Jonathan's birthday, I must go. After all, it is a party. And on that note, I bid you a good day. Good day.